Welcome to Civic Education for SS1 at Light Tech Academy. Today we study gender equality and women's rights in Nigeria. What is gender equality? Gender equality means that men and women have equal rights, opportunities, responsibilities, and are treated with equal respect and dignity in all areas of life: political, economic, social, cultural, and legal. It does not mean men and women are identical, it means they have equal value and equal access to opportunities. Distinguish. Gender, the social, cultural, and psychological roles assigned to men and women by society. Sex, the biological difference between male and female. Gender roles are socially constructed, they vary across cultures and can change over time. Gender equality versus gender equity. Gender equality, same treatment/same access for all genders. Gender equity, treatment proportional to need, addressing historical disadvantages to achieve equality of outcome. Example, giving women extra support, equity, to achieve the same level of participation in politics that men already have, equality. Constitutional framework in Nigeria. Section 42, 1. A citizen of Nigeria of a particular community, ethnic group, place of origin, sex, religion, or political opinion shall not, by reason only that he is such a person, be subject to any disability or deprivation. The Constitution prohibits discrimination based on sex. Both men and women are equal citizens. Section 42, 2. No citizen of Nigeria shall be subjected to any disability or deprivation merely by reason of the circumstances of his birth. This also protects children born outside marriage. Section 15, 2. National integration shall be actively encouraged, whilst discrimination on the grounds of place of origin, sex, religion, status, ethnic or linguistic association or ties shall be prohibited. However, problematic provisions. Section 26, 2. A foreign woman married to a Nigerian man can register as a Nigerian citizen, but a Nigerian woman's foreign husband cannot automatically become a Nigerian citizen. This is a discriminatory provision that has been criticized by human rights groups. Women's rights, historical background in Nigeria. Pre-colonial Nigeria had gender roles that varied by culture. IGBO, women participated in economic and political life. The ABA women's riots, Ogo Omawanyai, of 1929, Igbo and Ibibio women protested British colonial taxation, was a landmark female political mobilization. Yoruba, women's market guilds and Ayolode, female chieftaincy, gave women some traditional authority. Hausa Fulani, Pada, Kal, restricted women's public movement. Women's political participation was historically limited. Colonial period, British law largely reinforced patriarchal structures. Marriage ordinances gave husbands control over wives' property and movement. Independence era, Familio Ransom Kuti, 1900 to 1978, mother of the nation, founded the Abeokuta Women's Union, 1944, fought for women's right to vote in elections. Women in Western Nigeria gained voting rights in 1958, not in 1976. Key laws on women's rights in Nigeria. 1. Violence against persons, Prohibition, Act 2015, VAPP Act. Significant federal legislation protecting women and other vulnerable persons. Key provisions. Criminalizes rape and sexual assault with stricter penalties. Prohibits female genital mutilation, FGM/circumcision. Criminalizes forced marriage, forceful ejection of spouse from matrimonial home. Criminalizes stalking and harassment. Harmful widowhood practices are prohibited, forcing widows to drink the water used to wash their dead husband's body, forced isolation, shaving widow's head against her will. Status, applies in FCT directly, must be adopted by states. As of 2023, about 28 states have domesticated it. 2. Child Rights ACT 2003. Minimum age of marriage equals 18 years for both boys and girls. Prohibits child marriage and betrothal. But, some northern states have not domesticated it, and Islamic law allows girls to marry after puberty, leading to ongoing debates. Nigeria has one of the highest rates of child marriage in the world. UNICEF estimates 40% of girls are married before age 18 in northern Nigeria. 3. Trafficking in Persons, Prohibition, Law Enforcement and Administration Act, NAPTIP Act, 2003. Establishes NAPTIP, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. Trafficking of women and girls, especially for sexual exploitation to Europe via Libya, is a major problem, especially from Edo State. Nigeria is a source, transit, and destination country. 4. Maternity protection. Labor Act, female civil servants receive 3 months paid maternity leave. Private sector, often 12 weeks, enforcement week. 5. CEDAW, Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. Nigeria ratified CEDAW in 1985, an international treaty requiring countries to eliminate discrimination against women. Nigeria submits periodic reports to the CEDAW Committee. Gender gaps in Nigeria. 1. Political representation. Nigeria has one of the lowest rates of women in politics in the world. National Assembly, 2023, only about 74 women out of 469 members, 15.7%. Target, UN Beijing Platform, 1995, recommends 30% minimum. African Union has 50-50 gender parity goal. Nigeria has had only 7 female ministers at a time, out of 42, no female president or governor. Gender Equality Bill, formerly Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill, passed by some state assemblies, failed in NESS in 2022 due to opposition from conservative and religious groups. 2. Education. Northern Nigeria, girls' school enrollment remains significantly lower than boys. Only about 60% of girls complete primary school in some northern states. 10 million out-of-school children in Nigeria, majority are girls. Government initiative, AJO program, Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment, by World Bank plus FG targeting northern states. 3. Economic participation. Women own about 41% of microenterprises in Nigeria but face discrimination in accessing loans and property. Bank of Industry, BOI, CBN have special funds for women entrepreneurs, CBN AGSMEIS, NASA. Customary law in some states prevents women from inheriting land. Enugu State customary law, Igbo tradition denying widows inheritance, partly addressed by VAPP Act. 4. Health. Nigeria has one of the highest maternal mortality rates in the world, about 512 deaths per 100,000 live births, WHO 2020, very high compared to global average of 211. Causes: poor antenatal care, early marriage and pregnancy, lack of skilled birth attendants, distance to health facilities. Government programs: SHOPI, saving 1 million lives, expanded immunization, safe motherhood program. Gender-based violence, GBV, in Nigeria. Forms of GBV. 1. Rape and sexual assault, worsened during conflict, Northeast Boko Haram kidnappings, Chibok girls 2014. 2. Domestic violence, intimate partner violence. 3. Female genital mutilation/cutting, FGM/C. Nigeria has the second highest absolute number of FGM survivors in the world, though declining. 4. Widowhood rights, forced practices against widows. 5. Harmful cultural practices, OSU caste system, denial of inheritance. NGOs and advocacy organizations. Baobab for Women's Human Rights, Lagos. Women Advocates Research and Documentation Center, WAEC. Girls Not Brides, International Network. UNFPA Nigeria supports family planning and maternal health. WAEC exam tips. 1. Define gender equality, equal rights, opportunities, treatment for all genders. 2. Distinguish gender, social role, from sex, biological. 3. Section 42, Constitutional Prohibition on Sex Discrimination. 4. Key laws, VAPP Act 2015, Child Rights Act 2003, Minimum Marriage Age 18, NAPTIP Act 2003, CEDAW 1985. 5. Gender gaps, politics, 15.7% women in NESS, education, girls enrollment, economy, land ownership, health, high maternal mortality 512 per 100,000. 6. ABA Women's Riots 1929, from Meleo Ransom Kuti, important historical figures. 7. GBV, rape, domestic violence, FGM, child marriage, widowhood rights, all addressed by law. Summary. Gender equality, equal rights and opportunities for all genders in all areas of life. Nigerian Constitution Section 42 prohibits sex discrimination. Section 26 has a discriminatory provision on spousal citizenship. Key laws: VAPP Act 2015, criminalizes rape, FGM, forced marriage, harmful widowhood rights, Child Rights Act 2003, marriage age 18, NAPTIP Act 2003, CEDAW, ratified 1985. Gaps: only 15.7% women in NESS, high maternal mortality, 512/100,000, low girls' education in North, land ownership barriers. Historical: ABA Women's Riots 1929, from Meleo Ransom Kuti, 1900 to 1978, pioneer of women's rights in Nigeria. Powered by Lightech Academy, academy.lightech.com.ng. NERDC-approved SS1 Civic Education.